Welcome back to COOLDOG Podcast. We're back here today, another week. This is a record, must be. What is this, like 4 weeks in a row?
4 weeks in a row. We did that.
We did that. Nobody else in the podcasting game.
We did that once a week. Nope.
Nobody else in the podcasting game can do this, has managed to do this. 4 weeks in a row of podcasting. Everybody's saying, what are they still talking about? How are they doing this? This is incredible. It's called being us, man, because being us is so incredibly interesting, and a lot of things happen to us every day. And that's why today we said, come to us and ask us for advice, but we can't do it alone. We brought our friend Jake Johnston with us. Welcome to the show, Jake, for the third time.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Third time.
A record third time.
Third time.
Do I get anything special for that, or no?
Like,
okay.
Oh shit! I just spilled water all over my desk,
dude. Come on.
Oh my god! How are we?
I told you not to do this.
How are we supposed to give, dude? Okay, now there's just there's just water all over my desk, and I don't want to get up because we just started the podcast,
And I think that actually is good advice. Like, it shows good advice, because it's like, even though there's something bothering you right in front of you, you're gonna persevere through that, and just the show must go on.
Basically, don't open up about your issues. It's annoying, and people don't appreciate you trauma dumping because we can't help you. Like, fix your own problems. I don't care that you're sad.
For some reason,
we all are.
The like white thing behind you looks like a Guitar Hero guitar.
It is.
Oh, it is.
It is. You've got quite the eye on you.
Oh!
You've got quite the eye on you, mister.
Yeah, people say that.
Yeah, it's my Guitar Hero guitar. I paid 40 euros for it 4 years ago.
Wow.
And
did it come with those stickers? Did you put them on?
I put them on. My ex-girlfriend gave them to me, and now she is a bitch.
Oh!
Wow.
Damn. What's her name? What's her address? Let's get her.
Yeah, the 46 Estonian COOLDOG listeners are going to pull up. They're going to...
You got shooters. Yeah. That was crazy, man. That little movie you just did.
Shout out to all the women.
Mm-hmm.
No, but before we get into the advice today, I actually have something really interesting I want to talk about. I can't ignore this water. I gotta mop this up with my little. I gotta
just take off your shirt and use it as a rag.
Oh god! Now there's an even bigger puddle, and my little rag is just all wet.
Ew! It's dripping.
Yeah, man. Of course it's dripping. It's dripping off the water that I sucked up with it. That it whatever. There was a party.
Are you gonna put that rag in your mouth now, or
you should eat it, swallow it?
Yeah.
I don't want to do any of that. You guys are making me feel uncomfortable on my own podcast.
One. Sorry, it is 2 against 1, but whatever.
I see you wearing a Carhartt shirt, Hooverr. That's a new addition to your catalog.
Yep, I saw it on Depop.
How much you pay?
It's $5,000. I don't know. Whoa. I think it was 30 actually.
Oh, that's a really good deal for a Carhartt shirt,
and it's a nice one. I like the color and it fits nice.
That's good, man. That's good.
I love it.
It's good. I'm really happy that you found a shirt that you're happy with, because I've bought many shirts in my life where I make the purchase and then moments later I realize I will never wear that. That's an ugly shirt, and I had this moment of delusion where I thought,
yeah.
Like many times where we went thrifting in the UK, I think half of those clothes I will throw away. I can't do it.
I got something similar where I got these kind of old 70s vintage sweaters, and I was like, these are really cool, and they're actually knit and they feel nice. And then I realized some clothes look better on other people, and when I wear it, I literally look like an 80s grandma. Because of my hair. So then I'm I can't wear this out in public without feeling like I'm a fucking 80s or 70s grandma. Hello dear.
So today, my dad, he was cleaning out things in the basement, and he asked me to come downstairs because I have a bunch of boxes in our storage room, and there were these two like big containers filled with shirts. He's like, are these the girls or are these yours? And I'm like, and I looked at them and like, oh, those are mine. He's like, okay, so should we just get rid of them? I'm like, no, because they have memories. And like, I just realized like I can't, it's just a bunch of shirts that I'm never going to wear again, but they like, every single one of the shirts has an important memory. It's like old school attire. It's like, oh, come on. Like I got that freshman year for a club or something. And then like just other things. And yeah.
That's good. That's good to keep those around. That's one. That's
what I'm saying. My dad still wants to throw them away because he's like, when's the last time you looked at them? And I'm like, probably 4 years, but I still want to keep them.
See, that's the thing is it doesn't matter how often you look at them because all that matters is like one night 5 years from now you'll be like, I have that box of shirts, I'm going to look at it, and then it'll feel really amazing. Like who the fuck looks at their memories every week?
I'm not like looking at photos of myself.
That's like, a good point.
Hey, this is what I used to be.
It's a little bit of it becomes a little bit narcissistic at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Over the weekend there was a Super Bowl party. We were not invited. Apparently, there was a Super Bowl party held by Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's Super Bowl party, which I normally wouldn't really care about this, but I'm going on this like TMZ binge recently. And
Are you sure this is real?
No, this is real. Yeah, he had a Super Bowl party. It was like a pre-party because as we're recording, it hasn't happened yet.
Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I mean, celebrities, they do it different because they probably have like 6 different parties to go to. So when it's like Super Bowl week, they just like go to parties for like 2 weeks in a row every night.
Yeah.
And the reason why I found out about this party was Kodak Black was at the after party of the party, and he got shot. He got shot in the leg.
What?
Yeah.
What? I didn't even hear about this.
4 people got shot actually.
What?
And Kodak Black was one of them. But that's not really even what I care about.
What? You don't care about the people that just got shot at a fucking Justin Bieber?
They're all fine. Party, they're all fine. I'm not gonna like put on like a whole show for them. Like they're fine.
Oh my god.
I mean, hope you get better soon. I don't know.
Yeah, get better soon.
I'm not here. I'm not a doctor. They got doctors working on them as we speak. Probably they're fine. None of them. There's no life-threatening injuries. I haven't checked that. All I know is Kodak Black got shot.
So you're lying. You just admitted to lying. You're like, there's no life-threatening injuries. I don't know that. I just made that up.
No, Kodak
Black. I think
Black,
if we all pretend there were not any life-threatening injuries, there weren't any. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. It's called manifestation, positive energy. Kodak Black, he got shot in the leg, and he is non-threatening. He's okay. The guy who did the he's okay.
Who?
Wait, what?
He did the song that was.
I thought you were like referencing another guy that got shot, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
No,
like, is that like a producer?
No, he yeah. But so I was just kind of like surprised at the formation of people that were at this party because like I had felt like everybody in Hollywood pulled up to this party, and like I don't really keep up with celebrity culture that much. So I'm maybe this is just because I don't look up every party guest list every time there's a celebrity party. But this party, Tobey Maguire pulled up, which is like kind of like
that's crazy.
That is like kind of fun that you're at a Hollywood party and like Tobey Maguire pulls up, especially after the year he's had, the little like cameo.
Oh yeah, little cameo.
Dave Portnoy was there, which is now I don't know what the whole situation is with him, but then Drake, I mean the Kid Leroy's over there, Amber Rose, Lil Baby, and then Kodak Black, and then there was like a Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend were there too, and they were all like at the same party.
Wait, was he actually?
God.
Yeah, they were all there.
That's so.
And there's like a video of Jeff Bezos and his girlfriend. They're like cuddling, and like Jeff Bezos licks at her neck or some shit. It's kind of crazy.
Ah, dude.
What?
He's a freak.
No, yeah. I went down this rabbit hole on TMZ where I realized they love when they're little paparazzis, they're hiding in a bush and they're recording celebrities, and then the celebrity slaps their girlfriend's ass, because there was like 3 articles about it. One was Jeff Bezos slapping his girlfriend's ass at a restaurant that I tweeted at Weston. And then
I saw that.
Another one was Justin Bieber slapping his wife's ass. And then the video had this commentary of a woman being like, Oh my God. You will not believe the video I just captured. This is so good.
This is Justin Bieber smacking his wife's ass.
Yeah.
Isn't it so
Damn.
weird that like that the entertainment industry and then like literally the richest fucking person on the planet, like why are they at the same party? And like why is that kind of normal? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem like it's just insane to me. Like it feels like I don't know. It feels insane. Like he's so much like a very, very important person to like the global climate, pretty much. And he's just like at a Justin Bieber party.
Yep. Him and like Elon Musk, they both just like
it seems like immature, kind of. I don't know.
It is. It's very weird.
I just don't get like what they get out of like inviting him there. You know what I mean? Like, like Jeff Bezos, like he's rich, but like, what is he gonna do? Like, is Jeff Bezos funny? Like, does he have good banter? Like what is he gonna do?
No way he's funny. Like he, like
he laughs like a crazy person. So like, oh, gonna make Jeff Bezos laugh.
He laughs like he is trying to like kind of intimidate other people into laughing. Where he like
the only candid video I've seen of him is the one that you showed me of him. Like Jeff Bezos, I love what you do with Amazon when he's on the street, you know, and like that's the only like thing I've seen of his personality ever.
That video is weird. That video is so weird. That's like me trying to make like small talk with my crush when I was like 11. Where it's like, is there a level above Prime? How can I get the next thing above Prime? And then Jeff kind of tries to explain. He's like, well, you know, yeah. And then he just gives up. He's like, thanks for supporting. Thanks for supporting.
Thanks for using Amazon Prime. God,
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start going up to billionaires. I'm gonna say thank you for Amazon. Thank you for everything you do at Amazon.
Thank you for Dogecoin, Elon. To the moon. It's like,
it's so great. Like that has definitely happens all the time to Elon.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
That's so weird, man. How are you gonna stand a corporation? Actually, Disney adults.
So funny.
Disney adults exist.
That is true.
Well, now it's gonna get serious.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna get serious in here. No more jokes. We've had laughs. We don't need to laugh anymore. Because now we have you laugh, you get fired from COOLDOG. Oh my God. I like your shirt. I like the sleeves. They're very long.
Oh yeah. It's an Under Armour shirt that I got when I went to I for some reason in high school was like, I want to do boxing. And I went to like 2 weeks of boxing classes, bought all the expensive gear, and then never went again. And I wear this shirt a lot because when I'm out in public and people are like, he goes to title boxing, he probably isn't someone to fuck with. So
yeah, you don't want to mess with him.
Yeah.
Do you get threatened a lot in the street that you need to resort to such measures?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh, you poor thing.
That's why I'm mostly in my house. And people like, I remember a while ago, I used to only, sorry, I'm going to go like quickly, but I remember people used to always comment on my TikToks and be like, why are you always in your room? And first of all, it was during the fucking pandemic. It's like, aren't you fucking happy I'm in my room? And then second, I can't because I get threatened every time I leave my house. So that's pretty much that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't leave my house because I get mobbed. People are just going crazy. I got paparazzi outside my house.
No, dude. The Austin house is literally like the Team 10 house where like fans stand outside and like wait for us to get our Uber Eats and then like ask for autographs. And, like,
I was confused when I got there because I didn't know that like your address was out there. So when I got there, it was like, what the hell? I thought there was like a crime scene or something. It was weird. There's
like people like shine flashlights through my windows at night and like throw rocks through my window trying to like get my attention and like sign autographs and stuff. It's kind of like crazy, but you know, we can't move right now because still have a lease going on.
I feel especially bad for Kaylin because her office is on the first floor. So whenever we're like calling,
people like climbed into her window before, right?
No, yeah, people have climbed in.
Stream.
Yeah,
during stream,
they've climbed in, and there's always people trying to get snoop in through the window to see if she's at her computer.
It's weird. Dude, the weirdest thing was I'm on a second floor and these kids got on top of each other's shoulders and like stood up like a ladder, like and looking through my window, and I was like, "What is going on?" And like I went ah, and it freaked them out and they fell back into a bush. Like it was like an old 80s
And
movie.
they passed away.
I saw that, and like didn't one of their heads like a thing like grew out of it. And stars were going around in a circle around their head.
I heard cuckoo, cuckoo.
and they were pronounced dead at the scene.
Yeah. I literally just imagine like literally like a Tom and Jerry cartoon of me and like these fans, and like they fall back and they go, "What are you doing?" They go, "What are you doing?" And they fall back.
Well, I tweeted out on the COOLDOG account. This week we will be giving you advice on anything you want. Life, food, school, etc. Use hashtag AdviceDog to submit your problems. So we got all sorts of problems coming in. People got issues, man. People are fucked up.
Wait, hold on. Before we begin, what are you drinking right now, Aksel? I didn't know like what you're drinking. I just like
Fuck.
that doesn't answer my question. What is Borgami? Borgami, like what is that?
Origami.
What is that? Is that like an alcohol or is that like
Red Bull or
No, it's
yeah, like I have a Red Bull right here. I have a watermelon one.
Oh, that's
I have
good.
something called water right here.
No, this is water as well. This
I need water.
Is flavored. It's kind of like what is that French shit that you guys
Lacroix.
drink? Lacroix.
Lacroix.
Is it French? I don't know. It sounds French.
Oh, you're drinking
Yeah.
it. Wow.
Well, no, I just have like 6 cans on my desk that are empty.
Wouldn't it be called Lacroix?
Hey,
Lacroix.
Ludwig.
Lacroix. Kid Leroy.
Kid Leroy. That's actually how he got his name. Is he looked at a Lacroix and said Kid Leroy.
Ugh. I love that kid.
I think it is French, because French you don't usually pronounce the last letter in like in the word. So Lacroix.
Lacroix.
Lacroix. Can you grab me a Lacroix, please? What do you have?
Oh my god. Okay, I need to get this over with as well before we get into the serious stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still thinking about the Jake thing where the fucking bump on the head and the I'm having a laughing fit, man. Go ahead.
I got a VR headset.
Ooh.
Oh shit. I'm trying to it's plugged in, but I got it. It's right here. I got an Oculus and it's really, really fun. Me, Stompa, and Nick, we played Poker Stars VR today. We played poker in VR, and I swear to God, I haven't laughed that much at a game in so long. We joined this, like, I made a table, and I thought it was just gonna be me, Stompa, and Nick, because I accidentally made it a public lobby. Out of nowhere, all these 40-year-olds started joining, and they were like, you could so tell that they're all like Southern white men, and they were just like such like seasoned veterans at this. And then one of them would just not stop talking. Like nobody was talking back, but he was just always talking like, yeah, I mean, I got to take another edible for this. I mean, I'm having a great time.
Were you playing with like Annie Milonakis?
I wish I could meet these people because they were so funny. And then meanwhile, like me, Stompa, and Nick, we were like little kids at the table because it was our first time playing. So we were taking out like cigarettes and like throwing them around, and like I was like climbing on the table, and like me and Nick were like making out. So I just wanted to say VR is really fun.
It's kind of freaking me out. Like every time I've been in a call, I mean, I've been in a call with you guys twice since you guys all got VR, and it's kind of like Stonepaw has so much energy when he talks about like VR, and it's like kind of scary. And like the fact that you just brought it up again, and it's like all you guys can talk about, and like you guys did like kind of force me into buying one because of all this talk.
No, yeah, literally.
And maybe now I will be like that too when I get it. So,
yes. God, I love it. I love finding fun little new things like this and just having a great time with it.
Yeah.
Well, hashtag advice dog. How to not be depressed.
You're asking me for that answer? Like, I'm looking for the same question.
No, okay. I actually picked this one out today because I was thinking about this today. I've been pretty depressed recently. I'm just gonna be. Sounds like I'm kidding.
Let's trauma dump today.
I've been definitely going through. Fuck.
What the hell was that?
What was that? That was like some kind of like sequence of notes that just happened. I wasn't even laugh.
I've been really depressed.
It's like a Joker monologue.
I've been so sad. I've been so sad recently. No, I was thinking, dude, I keep closing the tabs. What the fuck is wrong with
Dude,
me?
what's going on with you? Come on, man.
Oh, God.
Stand up.
All right.
Stand up. Fit check. Ooh, he's got the shorts on.
Nice.
What kind of shorts are those?
Looks like a little yin and yang logo.
They're Mac Miller shorts.
Oh.
Ooh. That's cool. What about the shirt? What's the shirt from? Or sweatshirt?
I don't know.
Oh. I was just asking. Come back,
you can
sit back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sit back down now.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Sit back up again. Yeah, I got you, nerd. You can sit back down.
Anyways, I've been really depressed recently. Just like day after day. Waking up in misery.
No, yeah, I feel that.
Every day just keeps getting sadder. And I was thinking about what are the steps I can take to pull myself out of this rut. And it all starts at the little things. You got to take care of the little things. Brush your teeth, shower.
Make your bed.
Who gives a fuck about that? Nobody gives a shit about that.
I think that's your depression talking, actually. I think it's your depression talking.
Now that I live in a new, huge mansion, I don't even see my bedroom. I sleep in a different bed every night, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it is very nice to go. I make my bed before going to bed. Like it's messy right now, but before going to bed, usually most nights, if it's not too messy, I'll make it. That has nothing to do with my depression or like getting over it, but I mean, yeah, it does. You know, being clean and stuff. Your environment is really important.
Being clean is you know, kind of like dropping your hygiene and stuff. That's like one of the first things that goes when you get kind of depressed. And I think really like it is a big help to kind of try to break that and get back in there and, you know, clean, shower, brush your teeth, because it's a lot easier to become even more depressed when you're just sitting there like a slob, because this has happened to me many times where I'm not really taking care of myself, and it feeds into my depression because I start to become my self-esteem goes lower, and it just becomes this loop of negativity. And then you kind of like find some sort of way to get out of the rut and you know, take care of those things, and all of a sudden you can feel kind of like you're getting better, and that in itself can turn into a positive loop. So that's one of the things that I would really recommend taking care of first. Overall, though, how to not be depressed. You know, like Hooverr said, we're all trying to figure this out for ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to a doctor. See if medication might help.
True. Yeah, that is a big help as well.
Yeah. I totally agree. Like the biggest thing is like behavioral activation. When you don't feel like doing something, you still have to do it. And I think for me, like, I no matter what, I shower every other day. and like I cannot break that, and like it really does help. And there's so many times where I'm just like so depressed, and because back like probably like 2 years ago, or like 3 or 4 years ago, and like my mental illness was like so out of hand, I just wouldn't, like, I would go like a week without showering and like whatever, call it gross or whatever, but I was just like fucking, like, I just couldn't get myself to do anything. And I saw this, like, Drew Monson had a funny tweet. He's like, I know I'm really depressed when I think of things like, I don't want to have to put on this jacket because I'll have to take it off later. And it's like, yeah, it's like the little things, like, because it's like, oh, I don't want to get in the shower because then I have to dry off and then I have to shave and I have to do all of that. But just doing it, it's behavioral activation, and it like forces you to do something rather than sit around. So I try to shower every other day, sometimes every day. And even if I don't like wash, I still just like get in, like, if because I don't like wash my hair every day. I don't know why I'm talking about that so much, but anyways, yeah. I'm scared that people are like, people are so fucking mean about like hygiene habits. They'll be like, oh my God, like you do that and you use this, ew. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's just they're
really annoying about it. They're very like, oh, you don't fucking do everything perfectly. And that the annoying thing about it is everyone has different hygiene habits. And I think there's a certain standard where we can say like, this is fine. You don't need to fucking go crazy about it. You don't need to like go after every single small detail. And
like, I feel like I need to say that I shower every single day to be accepted. I'm like,
literally.
Sorry.
I don't.
I there are times where if I know I'm not going anywhere for like 2 days, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I'm living amongst myself. I'm not disrupting anybody. It doesn't matter. Like I don't feel like a fucking gross goblin after like 3 days. And when I've been depressed, it's gone way longer than 3 days. Like when like I had a similar thing like 2 or 3 years ago, or especially during quarantine, there were points where I just got really depressed, and it would be like, you know, I would just fucking, I would be like, I don't care. Fuck it. You know? And I think that it is like I've talked about this before, but I feel like it's a very under discussed part of depression is that your hygiene is like, for a lot of people, hygiene does suffer. And that's why I think it's kind of a shame that it's one of the more under talked about parts, because I think for people that don't experience it immediately, it's like way more disgusting to them because they don't even link it to depression. They're just like, oh, this person's just a disgusting slob. I know plenty of people that when they're not depressed, I think I would say myself included, pretty neat and tidy people. But then if they're going through like a bit of a rough time, you know, it's obviously different. So I don't know. I think the internet has just made people like way too fucking annoying about it. I like most things, way too invested in other people's business, which is like, obviously I don't want anyone to fucking stink up the place. And I'm not going to act here like I'm some sort of like above caring about people's hygiene. I mean, obviously I also think that some things are gross, but I just think some people
do fucking smell like shit, and it's not like I'm not. It's like, it's whatever. Who cares? You know, move on with your life. Not my problem.
Okay, this is a bit of a longer one, bit of an interesting one. How do I actually figure out how to stop being friends with someone instead of changing my mind every time they do something nice or we have a nice interaction together, and then forgetting when they made me feel bad because of those nice times?
See, I've had that exact same issue, and the only way I've dealt with it, which I don't think is the appropriate response to do it, is just cutting them off completely and like blocking them on everything. But like, I just feel like in those kinds of scenarios, you just have to like use your fucking willpower in your body to be like, I can't keep talking to this person because this is going to be an endless cycle. Like, if this person is like not giving you what you want in like a friendship or whatever, I mean, you just gotta like stop it right there and be like, you know, like, this isn't going to work out, and then, you know, try to move on the best you can.
Yeah,
I agree.
Friendships are supposed to be beneficial to like both people in the relationship. So if you're not getting what you want out of it, I think you should invest more in yourself and move on. I've done that so many times. Like, I've gone through so many friends, and I don't know, like, it's like when I feel like I'm not when nothing's working for me, it's not like sometimes I don't even have a problem with the people. It's just like I don't feel my best when I'm around them, and like I just realized that, and kind of take time to myself. I don't know.
There are people I've had like that where I don't even have, like you said, I don't have anything against them as people, but sometimes I couldn't even describe you why it is. But when I'm around certain people, I just end up feeling really sad, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because like something about them subconsciously makes me feel inferior, or I don't feel a part of the move or whatever, like the group. But it's like this very, and I think that's the kind of loop that I've been stuck in for the most part of my life. Whereas I don't know how to walk away from those groups sometimes, where I'll be around people that I just feel miserable half the time. That's why I don't speak to a lot of people that basically anyone that I went to school with, because I realized that was my relationship with them, was that I would hang out with them, and then I would afterwards just feel even more alone than I did before. And I don't even necessarily know why that was. I think a big part of it was just because like we grew apart to be such different people. And I don't think we were that similar in the first place. I was just always in like the wrong cliques at school. So I ended up, just being amongst strangers basically. But it's kind of, it's the old pulling off a Band-Aid. You just got to do it. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you do it, you're like, oh, that was amazing. I feel great.
And you can move on with your life in a positive direction.
Exactly. And find your people. This person said #advice God. They didn't say advice dog. This is corny, but how do I get over a guy? First of all, block them.
Men ain't shit. Yeah, block them. Block all men.
There's no the worst thing you can do, and most people do this, is you fucking go through their social media, you go through their likes. That is not going to help you. You're doing this with no real like positive end goal. You're always going to leave it feeling sad. And even if you're doing it to make you feel better about your own progress, I don't think that's a healthy way of moving forward. I think you should just kind of not think about them anymore. And, obviously easier said than done, but I think it would be a lot easier if you don't, if you don't keep checking up on them.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing.
Reality.
It's such a hard thing to do. And, sometimes that's the reason, like I deactivate kind of regularly now, and that because it's like, and I delete a lot of apps off my phone, because if I see myself checking people's profiles, I don't like that I'm doing that. And I'll either like delete the app off my phone or deactivate to just get some time away from it. But like because it's actually like addicting sometimes to do that, and like checking up on people and stuff.
It is, yeah.
And so it's like sometimes you just have to go cold turkey and just like delete it and get away from it. And yeah, usually that helps me. It's like I'll delete it off my phone, have a few days of silence, and then I kind of get back to it and kind of forgot. And
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
That's the big advice there. Just, keep your mind busy, get a hobby, or hang out with your friends, or do something that, instead of just sitting there as well. Like, yeah, I think that's my big thing as well. When I've tried getting over people, I'll just sit around and wallow. And it's like, if you're just sitting around doing nothing, then you have all the time in the world to, think about the person and feel bad about it. So get active. Get out there.
Get that mind active.
Yeah.
#advice dog. This isn't a problem, but I'm almost 100% sure my teacher and my therapist got into the same car accident. Like they both crashed into each other, and my teacher said he was going to sue them. I for real cannot afford losing my therapist.
I don't think that's going to be the end of the world.
If the teacher's suing your therapist, I think your therapist will be fine. They make a lot of money.
True.
Yeah.
I just thought.
You gotta think about how much you're giving them an hour.
Yeah.
I just thought this was really funny. This person doesn't even. Oh wait, they don't even follow me. I don't know if they follow COOLDOG. They don't
follow me. Like, who is this?
I don't know. I don't know who this is. Maybe it's just a random person that saw this on Twitter and was like, "I need help.
Help me."
I hope you don't lose your therapist.
If you do, that's awkward.
This one is a little bit more lighthearted. I feel like I need to expand my music taste more. what is a good way to find new artists?
Listen
Radio.
to the artists, like look up like an artist that you like, look up who inspired them. That's how I find new people.
That's also, yeah, that's good. Like Hooverr said, song radio and Spotify, right click on a song
Do that all
radio.
the time.
If you want like a really good artist to do it with, if you like Aphex Twin, dude, all the Aphex Twin radios go so hard, and every time I like pick one of his songs and I go on the song radio, I always end up finding a song that goes into one of my playlists. Like it's crazy because there's a lot of just really good music like that out there. Also, ask your friends what they're like. Ask them to like make you a little playlist of their favorite songs. Truth be told, 10 of them might be total dog shit. That's usually what happens. But you'll find like one song that is actually like really good, and that's all you'll need. And that's already, making it grow. So #advice dog, how to pull someone. And then somebody replied to this. You asking Aksel and Hooverr this, and they ratioed the person.
What the fuck? That's fucked up, dude. We know how. We just don't do it. Right?
Yeah, we've kind of decided to dedicate our life momentarily to helping you guys with laughter. And
the grind.
I don't really appreciate you guys making these jokes when you are kind of the reason why we are laying dormant.
Yeah,
And
if we got a
actually,
fucking girlfriend. God.
A lot of the ways to pull someone is like super unethical, and I think it's like being the bigger person to like not engage in something like that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you want to really do it, the number one fact is
Number one.
you got to talk to people.
You got to talk to people.
yeah,
That's number one. You got to talk to whoever you're interested in. And it doesn't matter on the Cool Dog Show. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. Actually, maybe it does matter who you're talking
Definitely
to.
kind of does matter. Let's try to
Kind of does matter. But you know what? I think you can pick up. You can read between the lines of what we actually mean by that. But
what do we mean by that? What are you talking about?
Well, okay, I said, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. Obviously, there's some limits where you should not be talking to somebody, but doesn't matter. Whatever.
Basically, he's trying to say he's kind of trying to say gay rights. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Exactly, dude, exactly. And I worded it weird.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It happens. To the best of
talk
us.
to who you find interesting, and just be yourself. That's the best thing you can do, is just be yourself, because if you put on a fake persona, you might get them, but like, for what? How long?
Exactly. That's not going to end well. Just be yourself. As much as we love to romanticize the idea of it, your prince in shining armor is not just going to show up at your doorstep. You kind of have to put effort in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of pointless to just lay around thinking nobody wants me when you have put zero effort in to actually talk to people.
Yeah, literally. Like, you just gotta go out there and if you want something, you go get it.
Because it really, I don't think is that hard to talk to people. I mean, okay, talking to people, it's hard. It can be hard. What I mean is, like, if you get past that phase, it's really not that hard to like find someone who likes you. I don't like it. It's pretty easy to spark up something like that if you're kind of like talking to people. So
yeah, just
talk to people. This one's kind of similar to the one before, but how do I tell a person I've known for 10 plus years I don't want to be friends anymore? You just got to be straight up and honest about it. Honesty is the best policy. Sometimes it might, if you've been friends for 10 plus years, I would imagine that there's some sort of love between you guys and you can be nice about it. But I think my advice is that it is really beneficial for you to be upfront and communicative about stuff like this, and just tell them that this is the reason, and I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I don't feel like we're going in the same direction. I feel like we've grown apart. Because I've had experiences in my life where people have kind of cut me off without saying anything. And I've done the same thing many times in my life because I lied to myself and I said, I'm not being honest with them about this to protect them. But I think in reality, I was just too scared to confront them on an issue. So I just kind of hid away under the issue of like, I'm just being nicer to them by not being honest with them. And I think that doesn't help the other person, because then they are going to be thinking about what they could have done differently, and they'll never know because, and you know, you didn't tell them, and they'll never get any personal growth out of it.
Mm-hmm. Major key alert for the podcast: communicate.
Yep.
One of the biggest keys for most problems is communication.
That's what podcasts are all about, man. They're communicating
The message to the people that need to hear it.
Exactly. Once a week, I communicate to Hooverr. I'm saying, come here in an hour.
And I say, no, get away from me. How'd you get my number?
Even if you try to avoid like those honest conversations, they'll always end up having to happen. It's like there's very little amount of time where like you can get away with just completely ghosting someone. It's like I love to try and do that because I'm not that confrontational about certain things, and I'll just like stop talking to someone, and then it gets to a point where I just like have to face it, and I just have to be like, hey, and it just ends up dragging on for too long. So the faster you could be honest with everything, the better. And just, I mean, even if you're not ready for that, just learn through experience. Takes time.
Yeah. I think the last 2 years have taught me to be a lot more upfront and a little bit confrontational, because I think like a few years ago, I was definitely somebody who shied away from a lot of things. But I realized that myself, that if you, especially if you're in like some sort of relationship, whether what's the word I'm looking for?
Platonic or romantic?
Yeah, whether platonic or not, you have to communicate everything that's going on in your head, because if you don't, it's just going to build up into a worse and worse fight. Because eventually it's going to, I think there are issues that you can easily work through, and they would not be that big of a deal as long as you communicate through them as they're happening, instead of putting them in the back of your brain and letting them build up, and then months or years down the line, it all just kind of builds up, and it at that point it's grown to this disdain for each other that you can't really fix anymore, you know, because there's just too much to fix. Basically, you know, there's just too many issues. So just be honest, and that's just the way life is sometimes. Throughout your life, you will have many different friends, many different friend groups, and there's no shame in that. That's just how it works. Life sometimes takes us away from each other, and also sometimes brings us back to each other. So
true.
There's beauty in that. And
sometimes you won't have any friends, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
They'll come
again. There have been phases in my life where I didn't have that many friends, and phases where I had like I remember there was a time in my life where I thought I had too many friends. I was like, I don't know how to keep up with these people. I feel like I had a lot of like people that I wasn't really friends with, but I would talk to, and I was like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, I was a little friend slut. Going around slutting myself out to other friend groups, being like, hey, how's it going?
How do I cope with the fact that the girl I have a crush on, in parentheses gay, good for you, doesn't want a relationship with anyone ever, but wants to do friends with benefits? Makes me go bonkers, TBH.
I hate that.
That would make me go bonkers. Yeah, I don't know.
You might need to move on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I sympathize with your frustration, but at the end of the day, it's what they want. You can't really change their mind about it. You can't really force them to not want that. And it sucks. But I guess they're just not the person for you, and that's okay.
That's fine. There's billions of people out there for you. So
yeah,
don't think that one person not liking you doesn't mean nobody likes you.
The one thing about that, it's like, I'm a relationship type of person, and I know like there's people who have like the person like just they're not really relationship people, and when I find that out about someone, even if I like really like them, I just know that it won't be good for me to like stick around, because I will try and compromise in my mind and just be like, no, it's fine, like I can make it work, like it'll be okay. But in reality, it's just like not a good match. And then that goes back to the whole thing like of getting over somebody that you like. Just stick it out, you know. A lot of these things take time. And Yeah, there's so many people out there, and I suffer really bad with thinking that um I'll just get somebody, like I'll have a crush on someone and like them so much, and then if it's not going to work out, I just have this thing in my mind where I'm like, well, that was the person for me, like, and that happens
Same.
over and over again to me, and it's just like it's about time where I learn it's like that was like it's not what I think it is. Like I think I only have this one opportunity, and I've thought of that like for 20 years, so it's like not 20 years. I'm like thinking, I'm like, wait, I was like 4. I don't think I was thinking that when I was 4.
Yeah, I'm very much the same way. I'm very good at giving the advice of, plenty of fish in the sea or whatever. But it does happen to me too, that I think in a situation where I think for me, it's like there's a level that it grows to, but if it doesn't grow to this past like a certain level of a connection, I can move on pretty easily. But as soon as it moves past that point, it fucks me up. It really destroys me. And it all goes back to when I was in high school. I had a girlfriend, and when that relationship ended, it was really my first heartbreak. And I remember literally feeling like that was it. Like, I'm just gonna die alone now. Like, I don't care anymore. Because I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that at that point was the closest I had felt to love, I guess, and I thought that was it. So it was very hard for me to rationalize that I would ever go and meet another person that would make me feel like that. But then I did, and then I ended up being sad over that person, and I felt the same way. But then I found another person, and then I felt the same way about that person. So. What has this taught me? It's just going to keep happening, and that's okay.
Life is a highway.
Life is fucking miserable is what it's taught me.
And sometimes the only real person for you is yourself. So
that is very true as well.
Yeah, because it's like it's like such a dooming thought, because I'm like, I feel like this could happen over and over again until I die. And then it's like, but why do I have to find something in somebody else when I have myself, So
that is very true. And I also think people overvalue romantic relationships, because I think just, your good old friends, I feel like can give you a lot more in a lot of cases. See, that's the thing is, I think there's a lot of people that romanticize the idea of a relationship because they feel like their life is incomplete, and they are not looking at the right reasons for why their life is incomplete. They think that they're going to meet somebody and get into a relationship because relationships are insanely romanticized in every media that we consume. Because, I mean, it is true. At the end of the day, when you find someone that you really like, it's an amazing feeling. That dopamine levels, it's like an incredible high.
It's a drug.
It very much is.
Love is a drug,
Oh my god! Did you just come up with that?
Put that on a t-shirt.
I don't know. Do you guys like that?
You should make merch of that.
I'll make merch. Thank you, guys. That was the weirdest I've ever acted in my life.
I'll make merch. God.
But what I learned is that look, man, I've been a depressed piece of shit since I was like 15 years old, man. I literally, if you want me to be honest.
Cheers, man. Come on.
Hey, cheers.
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 I was thinking about it recently, where I don't think since I was 15, I've had more than like 3 or 4 months of my life that I've just been like, oh, this is good. I think in 2019 was really where it was like the closest to that. And I think I really jinxed myself, because I remember I was in LA and I was like, I think that's it. Mental illness over. Like, I feel amazing.
GG, good game. You tried it. Like, it's over.
I remember I was sitting on my friend's couch, and I think I literally told him, I was like, I think I've made it, dude. Like, I feel amazing. And then literally the week after, it all started coming down. And I remember thinking back, and I was like, why did I say that? And there was a pressure on that also, because then I felt like, oh my God, all my friends think that I'm like amazing now. Like, I'm incredible. They all have this like perception in their heads that I'm doing incredible, but I'm actually like, spiraling back down, blah, blah. But basically, my whole life, I kind of thought, oh, I'm depressed. What's going to fix me is this person. And
Yeah.
what I ended up learning was by going into relationships with that idea, I actually end up hurting people because there have been times where I will start talking to a person. I've learned way better nowadays because it's just, you learn as you go. But years ago, I would talk to people and I would think, oh my God, this is amazing. This is going to make my life better. And then I would kind of learn, no, it isn't making my life better. And then I would just kind of be like, I would go to that person and say, yeah, this isn't really working. And that would hurt the person, So I think before you go into those things, you need to realize that you are going into a relationship with a real person and it is a two-way street. You shouldn't go into it expecting them to fucking fix every problem in your life. At the end of the day, that's on you. It's great to have a good support system around you. But at the end of the day, you have to be the one to take the steps. And I think it's good to kind of take a lot of those steps before you enter into a relationship with somebody, in my opinion. Just in my experience, I feel like that's not to say, depressed people can't have relationships, but
I mean, I don't think they should or can.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna step in there too. Like, I don't know, kind of weird.
I just think
it should be illegal for them to be in relationships.
Be illegal. If you're not happy all the time, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
Yeah, I just think you should not go into a relationship for the wrong reasons, and you should really ask yourself, do I like this person or do I like the idea of this person? This idea of this person's gonna ride in on their shining armor and fix my shit up, because they might make you feel even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I ran out of advice things that I had pulled up. I'm gonna see if there's any more interesting ones. But life is a bitch, man.
Life is a bitch, and you know what? You gotta make it your bitch, because you can.
Yeah.
You have all the tools in your brain and in your mind to be the best version of yourself, and you just have to take little steps and make some big leaps.
If you work hard enough, you can achieve anything.
You can do anything. You can fly.
If you're really depressed and like none of this advice is working, you can get an Oculus Quest 2
Yes.
and
and you
live
can
in
play
a different reality. So
in the metaverse.
yeah.
If you're not happy here, you'll be happy in the metaverse. I'll tell you that right now.
Mhm.
Buy an
I,
NFT today.
No offense to you guys, but I've secretly actually been hating this entire podcast because I just want to jump back into virtual reality, man.
Yeah. For a second,
Like-
I thought you were going to say something serious, and I was like, "Did I?" I was like, "What? You don't like this?"
Oh fuck! What did I say? What did I say?
That would be kind of crazy if I just like publicly on air announced like I'm not having fun.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, I would laugh it off at first, but if you're genuinely just like, no, I fucking hated this podcast, I'd be like,
I'd be like,
I don't know what you want me to do. Like, we got to upload this still. Like, you can make it worst podcast ever recorded. I don't care.
What's a good way to stop procrastinating? I'm asking honestly for myself too. Anybody know?
Lord,
Get rid of your phone. That's actually something that I noticed that Weston does. When he fucking edits, he will like put his phone down somewhere else. And I honestly think that's a good strat. If you have your phone right here, you get like all these little like text messages, notifications. You want to just like naturally go to it. But like if you just have it out of sight, out of mind, then you won't be as distracted.
It's like because I get bad with procrastinating, and I do save things for the last second a lot of the time. But
Same.
I like whenever I realize that I really like. The other thing is sometimes something will take over, and you just got to do it. And like usually, just remember that you get like no matter what, you get things done. But think about how good it feels when it is done. Like sometimes there like this past like finals season or whatever like of the fall in school, like I remember I had a week of finals and since it was all online and it was mostly projects, I'm like, I could just be on winter break a week early if I just grind it out over the weekend. And I did that. And it's like, it felt so good because it was like, yeah, instead of stretching this out over a week, I could get it done in like one day. And yeah, it gets rid of a whole day, but then I just have freedom. And it's like,
Yeah.
just think about freedom, man. Just, you gotta love it.
Freedom is
freedom.
amazing.
Yeah, that's why I live in America.
So free.
Yeah.
I love seeing a soldier in the streets because I know it's because of him that we have this freedom. It's because of him that you got to go on spring break a week earlier.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
Amen.
Also, if you have trouble with procrastinating, mental health, and everything, you could join the army, and that is like a really big kick in the butt to just kind of like get yourself going.
Get yourself psyched up to go into war and shoot innocent people that are just fighting a battle for big countries.
I'm going to be serving in Ukraine in the near future.
So
I feel like I haven't talked about this a lot, but Estonia actually has mandatory military draft. Like you have to, every boy, every male person has to go to the military for like 9 months. I didn't have to because, first of all, my vision is like, I think 2 levels above the minimum where it's like, oh, we don't want you to use guns. And also because if you have like any sort of if you have any sort of history of psychiatric help, then they don't want you there. And so I got turned away, which I was glad about because I'm not fucking going there. I don't give a shit. But I just thought it would be wouldn't it be kind of funny if like tomorrow I just tweeted like, all right guys, I go to the military. I'll see you guys in 9 months.
That actually it'd be a crazy stream back if like you're just like doing like all the army workouts every day and you're just like jacked. You're like, what's up guys?
I'd be jacked, dude. I have a lot of friends who went and they all like, I had friends who literally could not walk up the stairs without running out of breath. And they came back after the 9 months or whatever. And they were fucking like, they could run like a racehorse, man. They were built like an engine, dude.
Maybe I need to go to the army. I'm gonna go to the army, guys. Sorry, this isn't working out. This is exactly what I needed.
This podcast is literally us just realizing that the army is the solution to everything.
COOLDOG joins the army.
No, I mean I've talked about like in reality, I think we could all agree like if there was a mandatory draft, no matter what, like all of our things aside, like I probably can't go because actually I probably could, but I don't know if the US says psychiatric, whatever. I hope they do, but whatever. If we had to go to war, I would opt out in any way possible, even if it meant not being on this earth anymore. Actually, I don't know about that, but you know what like I just
at that point I just go to the army, you know, like
I'm like maybe it could be a little bit fun, but I would cry. I would cry really, really hard, and I would throw up, and I would be freaked out.
In Estonia, there's a lot of kind of old patriots that get really mad at people that don't go to the army. Like there have been I have relatives that see me as a pussy because I didn't go to the army. First of all,
as they should.
I didn't want to go, but they turned me away. So even if I wanted to go, I would not have been able to go because they looked at my history of like medication and they were like, okay, you are going to turn a gun on somebody. I was like, yeah, myself, duh.
I have Jewish friends that literally after high school they went to Israel to serve in the IDF, and I think that's the most insane thing ever. Like they grew up in America, like don't really have family in Israel, but we're just like, I have to go serve for my my people, and like fucking went to Israel and served in the IDF, which is like fucking insane. Like I don't like, because there's the like people are kind of really stupid when they see like an actual Israeli person who it's like very mandatory for them to serve. Like if you grew up in Israel, you're like a resident. Like people calling like Ela Kleiner like whatever, like just a bad person, but she had to. And but it's like, but then I don't know where I was gonna finish that thought, but it's just I can't believe people from America would go and do that. It's like insane, or remember feel like they have to do it. But
remember when that one Swiftie account went to prison?
Yeah, that was cool. That was really fucking cool.
See, that's the thing is like I do agree with that. Where I think like obviously I don't agree with the IDF. I don't agree with really anything about Israel.
Yeah.
But I do think it's kind of annoying the people that have nothing to do with it. They cast like obviously there's a difference when people are going enthusiastically and they're like, yes, this is fucking awesome. I'm gonna go fucking protect Israel. I love the IDF. Obviously that's different. But it's kind of hard for me to sit there and be like, oh, you fucking asshole. Because how many of these people that are pointing their fingers would realistically, go against the system?
Yeah. You go to military prison. Like that Swiftie was fucking brave for doing that. But
as all Swifties are.
I promise, I promise you, a majority of the people who would point a finger at an Israeli person and be like, why did you serve? You would not, you would do the same as them. But again, it's like, there's no reason for us to even be talking about it. And it really doesn't I shouldn't have an opinion on it because it just does not fucking involve me. You know what I mean? And that's another thing what I was like thinking about like just being off of Twitter for like 5 days or whatever since I deactivated. So like so many of these problems, and it's like the fact that we have to you feel like you have to like preface after talking about something like this. It's just like all of this stuff is because of the internet, and it's just like being like so many problems just don't fucking exist when you don't check Twitter every day. And exactly. It's actually like insane. Like 90% of like the problems that I think are happening just don't happen when you're just not on Twitter. It's like it's magical. It's like everything in the metaverse. Disappears. Yeah.
I had that revelation when I took like a month off Twitter last year, and I was literally, it was the first time I'd done that since I had started doing this full time. Like ever since that, I'd basically like, with the exception of like maybe a week here or there, I was very much every day on chronically. Mm-hmm. And I had completely forgotten what that felt like. And it felt amazing. It felt magical. It felt great not attaching your entire self-esteem to a number,
Yeah.
Realizing that there's more to life than that place, and realizing that there's a lot going on in the world, and we are just, as people, we are not equipped to be able to process every single shitty thing that's going on in the world. And there are so many people on their high horse. And I think I definitely went down that rabbit hole at some points. I think I've been on my high horse. That's just what that shitty fucking place does to you, man. Like
literally.
It's just so annoying. Like I've caught myself going down the same fucking rabbit hole, and I look back at myself, I'm like, you are so fucking annoying. Why I don't even care about that. Like, why did I do that? Like, I really in the moment thought I cared, but like, do I actually care? Is there anything I can do about this? No, there's not. Yet I inserted myself and I made myself stressed out for no fucking reason. I ruined what could have been a great day. I just, and it kind of reminds me of like I was, so there was this clip of me on TikTok, and I was like making these like all these like ew noises at like, so it's this game called Unpacking, where you just unpack a bunch of boxes and like clothing and stuff. And I was doing this bit on stream where every time it would be like a woman's bra, I would start gagging and being like, that's so gross. And that's like so clearly a joke. Like there's no, like, who the hell looks at a bra out of all things and like goes like, oh. Like it's just so, it's a ridiculous situation.
Can we not talk about it? Like, ew.
Oh my God.
And I checked back at that TikTok today. It has like 350K views. And I was like, oh my God, it popped off. And I'm not going to act like it's like the majority of the people are mad. I'm not going to like make myself the victim here. I was going through it and I was genuinely laughing because there are people that were mad because they thought like it was just like there were some people that just thought it was like an annoying joke and they were like, this isn't funny. Like, what? Like, oh, and some people thought I was being serious, so they started insulting me. They were like, this guy hasn't washed his underwear in a week. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, a little too
true.
You
haven't washed your bra in a week. Shut up.
Yeah, literally.
There's
But I
milk in
realized,
the
like,
bra.
What?
There's milk in the bra. There's titty juice in that bra. You gotta wash that shit out.
Ew, that's so vile.
There's moldy milk in your bra, girl. Wait, that is like the funniest thing to me. I for some reason, just like imagine like going up to your girl like, "Ew, girl, you have milk in your bra."
I smell it. I smell the milk in your bra. Put that shit away.
You know what they say? Women be lactating.
They be lactating in their bras, people.
They don't talk about this because they're afraid.
They're afraid,
Yeah.
and they should be. You know,
Masculinity is bad nowadays. It's bad to not be lactating all the time, apparently.
sometimes. Do you guys also lactate in your pants? Because that's sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like just to relate to the ladies, you know, sometimes the fellas lactate in their pants.
Yeah.
So
That's disgusting, bro.
different juice though.
You're a freak.
What do you mean? And I'm not wrong.
I mean, if any girls like want to
If any girls want to what, Jake?
suck the milk out of my
Oh, no. Listen, COOLDOG does
Suck
not
the
stand
milk
by the before mentioned
Yeah.
statements.
Hold on, suck the milk out of what though? What I was talking about, or what we actually was
my
talking
udders. I have
Oh.
udders. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's not inappropriate. It's natural.
The more I learn about you, the more amazed I become.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is that those people are a symptom of chronically online, overanalyzing everything. We've all been there. I've been there. But
I've been there.
I'm breaking out of it, so I'm better than them now. And but like also what it is another thing of is speaking from the perspective of a depressed person, it is these depressed fucks projecting their misery onto other people because they had a bad day and they're just like, fuck, okay, here's this. Dude, this shit isn't even fucking funny. Like, this dude sounds like a pussy. Like, that's literally what it is.
It's so, like, it's like when you're really sad, it feels so good to bring it feels good to bring everyone down with you. Cause like you like, I know what you mean.
I know what you mean though.
Like,
this is funny the way you said that.
I'll be fucking so like depressed and upset, and like I'll go downstairs for dinner and I'll just be like wallowing and my dad will be just like all whimsical and happy, and he'll be like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You're doing this on purpose. You want us to be in a bad mood too." And I'm just like, "You know what? You're right." And it usually pulls me out of it. And it's like, but that's what the people like. It feels good to bring people down when you're down, and that's usually what it is.
It is. It very much is that.
It's fun to hate when you have hate inside of you, and yeah,
it's waiting to get out, and you want to shoot it at anything that is in your way, and that's the fucking miserable reality of it. That's why everybody on Twitter is so fucking pissed off all the time. They got some other shit going on in their lives, and they don't want to address it, or they can't address it, so they're gonna take it out on you, a stranger, and then that's gonna make you miserable. So then you're gonna go take it out on another person. And that's how the loop continues. Yeah. Anyways, if you're on the internet, go fuck yourself, you miserable piece of shit.
Literally, read a book, go outside, take a hike. Like, oh my god.
Like, it's so like at this point, I'm so numb to it. Like anytime I try to have a good time on the internet, I just know there's gonna be one miserable fuck in the replies like, man, eat penis.
Eat a penis, lick it.
We should have a national.
Dude, you're doing it again. Laugh crescendo or whatever.
I don't know.
Imagine if we got everybody like just to deactivate for 3 days in the world. What do you think would happen?
That's like, what if everybody on Earth jumped at the same time?
The Earth would really start flying out.
Or what if? There's this like really funny tweet that was like some like It was some like conservative take on something, and somebody replied on Twitter, like it was like, "Oh, but what if this, and that?" And the reply was, "What if everyone on Earth farted?" It was like the funniest. Like I need to find it. It's so funny.
What if everyone farted on Earth? True. Honestly, like what happened? Like would that deplete the like layers of protection that we have from the sun? Like
Well,
ozone
let's just say
layers?
that for once we would ratio the cows.
That's
Hey,
true.
why did you
They'd
do
be
that? Why'd you
Passing
do-
a lot of gas.
Would
We
ratio,
would ratio the cows.
but you did that like. Do you all scroll on your phone like this, or do you go like that?
Wait, hold on. Wait, do what?
Do you scroll on your phone like this, or like use your thumbs, or do you go?
I'm not
my
40
thumbs.
years old, bro.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, I
use my
just wanted to see
thumbs.
if somebody was like, like that.
My mom does that. My mom does the one finger. Brr, brr, brr.
Yeah.
And I've
You know what's
explained to
just
her
crazy?
that maybe it's faster to do the other way, but she doesn't believe me.
Right now in my town, it's 50 degrees out, and we have a winter weather advisory because at midnight it's supposed to get down to the
Ooh.
30s and snow. That's a little bit concerning.
Dude, me
The
and you
climate is
both were
just
in
all over the place.
we're both in the Arctics, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in Austin, Texas. I would say that's the Arctic too. 46 degrees right now.
It's colder there. I'm in the south. You guys are up north.
Yeah. Austin, Texas is far up north near Canada.
Well, I guess that was today's cool dog.
Wow.
Do you have any finishing words?
I was gonna say earlier that Jake saying that he would cry if he got like drafted for the army. I almost cried when I got jury duty. Like I think I literally would like almost die if I got drafted into the army. Like when I found out that I almost had to go to jury duty, I literally was like, this can't be happening. Like this is not gonna happen. Like I'm not gonna go. I'm just not gonna go. I'll go to jail.
I got summoned to jury duty twice, and I somehow got out of it both times. I can't remember what happened, but I just
Did
have
you
never
fake
had
an
to go.
injury?
No, I think I just, it was really lucky. And I was like, both times, I think the first time I was going to be out of the country, like I was going to be in Mexico or something. And the second time I was just like in New York or something, and I just didn't go, or I don't fucking remember, but
I feel like it would be kind of fun. What if you get like a really good, fun murder case?
No.
it would be like the book 12 Angry Men. You could be the one in the room that makes everyone second guess, and then you could write a book about it.
I gotta read that book.
It's a really good book and a really good movie. Like I highly recommend it. It's a classic. It's
Is that an Interstellar poster behind you?
It's an Interstellar painting.
Whoa.
Dana painted it for me for my birthday.
Oh my god.
Do you like that movie?
It's one of my favorite movies.
Same. I've been thinking about rewatching it recently just because I saw a clip of like the huge waves and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that.
So beautiful. And
Don't
the
leave me,
soundtrack. Amazing.
So good.
Don't leave, Murph.
But leave a like, comment your favorite part of the podcast, and I'll know that you've watched till the end. If you comment
And make
your
a few
favorite part.
memes and post
Yeah.
them
Oh
about
my
us.
God.
Okay,
yes.
let's
Put
do some
some-
frames for memes.
Yeah. Wait, what's the Jake S?
Oh my god, he redid it. That emote's
Okay.
iconic now. It's everywhere.
It is. Really is.
Goodbye,
Okay.
guys.
Bro fist.
There we go.